A good look there at the southern skies in Turner Field in Atlanta. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Atlanta Braves. It'll be fun watching these two swing it all series long. First pitch is next. Williams Perez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, remember, guys, he's a young pitcher, still garnering a lot of experience, and he has a lot of upside. If he continues to improve, he's going to be around this league for a very long time. I can't wait to watch him in this one.
Dexter Fowler heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
Dexter Fowler.
Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Eric, these Braves, as they begin here this afternoon, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
And that includes losses in the first 2 games of this series, so they just need to have something positive go their way. Salvaging the finale might just be the thing.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Showing some uncharacteristic wildness to start things out.
Yeah, a 4-pitch walk. Pretty much not the way you want to start out against a club like this.
And that's over. 3-1. Definitely a fastball swing there, but a good time for the changeup. It's full 3-2.
Oh, that's a guy up there pretty clearly gearing up for the fastball there, and he didn't get it. That's a good pitch to throw on a 3-1 count to keep a guy honest.
And that misses ball 4. So a good battle to begin the ball game today, but the leadoff man will reach first anyway.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
0-1, here it comes. On the move now is Fowler. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. The throw is low, and he can't make the pick.
And this is all about a table setter at the top of the lineup doing his job perfectly. Gets on base to start the ball game. Now he's into second on the stolen base, and they're off to a fast start here early on.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. No one out with a runner at second. And this is swung on and missed, and Hayward has gone on strikes, and there's one away. And now here's a look at Joe Maddon's lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Yeah, Matty, this offense really needs to see some improvement from Kyle Schwarber. He went missing when it mattered most last month, failing to drive in even a single run. He wants to keep his place in this lineup. He's going to have to start contributing, and soon.
Chris Bryant started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And he lays off for ball one. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Well, you don't typically see or hear a lot of complaints about Hendricks' zone, Matt. Pretty fair all the way around.
And he takes a called strike two.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning. And with that, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Freddie Freeman may not be the best at his position defensively, but he is very reliable. He makes all the routine plays. He's going to pick a few here and there. Somebody that you really like to have over at first base.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in. A big power threat here, to say the least. Currently third in home runs in the National League.
Well, here we are several weeks into the season now, and he's just been killing the ball. I think he's got a great chance to be near the top in home runs when it's all said and done.
A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. The 0-1 on its way. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike two. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Two out here and a runner at second. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Throws him for strike three, and that retires the side. One left for the Cubs. And now the Braves will get their initial shot here. No score. John Lackey, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, his batting average against this year is under 250. He's really had his way with the offense.
Ender Inciarte comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the Braves, left fielder, Ender Inciarte.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. EK, one of your old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. Well, they've been playing some pretty good baseball. 5-2 over their last 7.
And the month of June is really where you begin to weed out the contenders from the pretenders. And with summer right around the corner, these guys are really starting to play some of their best baseball of the year.
High in the air into shallow left center. Schwarber moving to his left. One away. Now a chance here in Atlanta to take a look at the Braves starting lineup. Steve, how do they bounce back and avoid the dreaded sweep?
Well, they have to get guys on base somehow. This is a team that's dead last in slugging percentage, so they're not going to hit you a lot of home runs. Tough to score runs when you're not getting any extra base hits, so they need to improve to give themselves any chance at all of winning.
Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Bryant is over, and he tucks it away for the second out. Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, the last place you want to hit the ball against this team, right field. He won the Gold Glove Award last year. He can go get him with the best of anyone.
Freddie Freeman will stride forward, currently sitting in 6th place in the race for the National League hitting crown.
Yeah, and he leads his ball club in hitting, so he's a guy that they really look to offensively.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Lackey's ready. Here it is on 0-2. To third, right to Bryant. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Yeah, and that's a 2-out error right here in the first inning. Now, you hate to prolong any inning, but especially the first one. Now you're going to force your guy to face another dangerous hitter in this inning when he should be relaxing in the dugout.
Adonis Garcia will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Well, his numbers have been kind of ugly for the entire season, but guess what? Over his last 10 games, he's hitting over 400.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Drilled right back up the middle. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Ben Zobrist will lead things off here, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball one. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see. And this is a good fastball hitting team.
And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
Yeah, he must have been looking for that same breaking ball, because that pitch, it's right there.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And that misses for ball four, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And remember, he's coming off a loss in his last start. So if he keeps doing things like walking the leadoff guy, he'll be in trouble here too.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in now, and obviously one to be careful with, as you see there, currently leading the senior circuit in long balls.
And 3 home runs over his last 10 games, too.
Hit out towards second. Ibar for 1. On to Freeman, and they get the double play.
Boy, this is just a gift right here. I mean, when you got the pitcher out there and he can't find the strike zone with a map, why are you going to help him? You don't go up there and swing at the first pitch. And if you do, you better not bounce into a double play. That is bad baseball right there.
Miguel Montero will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. A shot down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. They know he'll chase it down there, so even if it didn't get the job done, it's a great pitch on 0-2.
Hard sinker misses. 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. Now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
Smoke toward the hole. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
Yeah, a good effort over there at first. This would have been one heck of a stop if he could have gotten a glove on it, but in the end, it gets by him into right for a base hit.
Standing in now, Christopher Negron. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Another 2-0 count here to begin an at-bat.
Once or twice is a pattern. More than that is a trend. And he's just not going to have much success if he keeps falling behind every hitter.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taken 2.
And he'll just float a change in here now for a strike.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
That's a good job right there with 2 away, because if nothing else, you get your pitcher to the plate here in this inning, so you don't force him to lead off your next inning offensively.
John Lackey gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a ball, 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1.
That might take the anxiety away for the moment, but he's going to need a couple more here to prove to himself that he's not losing it.
No score here as we play inning number 2. In the dirt here. But fortunately here, no advance. And a full count now, 3-2.
Full count.
Hit down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here, and he lays off here. It's ball 4, and that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
You can't fault the pitch selection or the location there. And it's well placed, maybe just a hair off the outside corner. But 3-2, that's where you want to be.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
Well, he's got a big pitch coming up here. That would be huge if he could get out of this with the game still even.
Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Oh, that's a tough take, but a good one. The pressure's still squarely on the pitcher out there. He's still got to come in.
And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Now, you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
(3-2) with the bases loaded. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Now batting.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow. Where was this pitch on 3-2? Yeah, Show Track says it's clearly a ball. Nothing he can really complain about there, and that forces home a run.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1.
You know, things are bad enough as it is, but if you keep falling behind guys like this, he could make this a 5-run inning with just one swing.
And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
1-1.
Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Into the gap in left center. This is down, and it'll head for the wall. 1 run is scored. 2-run score. And he is in there.
Big swing of the bat right there. He's right on this pitch. You see this ball get down and get to the wall, and at that point, it's off to the races. He's going to wind up driving everybody home with a 3-run double.
Chris Bryant is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
Out in front of it, strike one. Four runs here in this half inning. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw in time for the third out, but it certainly took a while as the inning is finally over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Cubs lead it 4-0. Nick Markakis will stride in. He did his part yesterday afternoon as he came through with 3 hits in the losing effort.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Lackey steps into the windup. Here's the 1-1. And Markakis lays off here. It's 2-1. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. A.J. Pierzynski is on deck. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. Rizzo is there, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Catcher.
So with 1 away, time for a check at the standings now in the National League Central as you see where the Cubs find themselves entering play here today. A.J. Pierzynski will stride in now. Back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch finds the zone. No balls and a strike to the now 39-year-old veteran. Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And on the mound, here's where you got to keep pitching like it's a 1-run game. You never want to get in that relaxed mode where you think, I've got some cushion. I can afford to give up some hits. That'll spell disaster.
Eric Ibar will stand in, and as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. High and deep to right center. Back goes Fowler, still going back. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
This play right here is all about getting a great read and a good angle on the ball when it's hit. Great jump, runs it down, and that saves extra bases.
Stepping in now, Jace Peterson. Here's a high pop-up. And Rizzo able to make the catch, and the inning is over. One left for Atlanta. They're down 4-0. And a welcome back to Atlanta, Georgia for Baseball on the Show. Third inning is set to get underway. Anthony Rizzo is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Everything away here, and with pretty good reason.
Yeah, they'll say, left field, it's all yours. You want to beat us that way? Go ahead and do it.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Sinker, and that's ruled strike 2.
He definitely doesn't want a redo of that second inning, so it'd help him immensely if he could get the leadoff man here.
Full count, 3-2.
We got a full count.
Ben Zobrist is on deck. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The second baseman.
Yeah, and he had to range deep for this one, and you've also got to worry about that ball hitting the lip of the outfield grass. So you got to hang with it just like he did, and he made a nice play.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball one.
Well, we've mentioned it already, but look at the pitch count here in the third inning. He's almost completely out of gas already.
Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. To 2-2 now.
2-2's the count.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Great changeup there in the dirt for the third strike. And he makes the throw to first. Zobrist is retired, 2 down now.
Yeah, a nice job behind the plate. He wants it low, so he's got a good idea that this ball might be in the dirt, so he's able to smother it and then make the strong throw to first.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. Sliced hard down the left field line. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. That's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Miguel Montero will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the two-out double.
And this is really where you earn your money. Runner on second, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do here.
Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
And that misses 2-2.
And that sinker is normally where he gets most of his ground ball outs. But it really hasn't been all that effective a pitch so far.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Williams Perez digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Now, he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Here's Ender Inciarte. As he'll swing at the first pitch and send one on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, number 17.
Now to the plate, Smith. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
And he popped up a high fastball last time, so maybe they feel like they can beat him upstairs. We might see that same pitch again in this at-bat.
Now a cutter down around his shoe tops as he hops out of the way.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. Well, pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Lackey looks in. 1-1 pitch on its way. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And he fans on the barehanded attempt, so that ought to be scored as a bunt single.
That may have been one of those situations where you wonder, he's not going to be able to throw him out at first. Maybe that's one where you try and see if that would have gone foul.
Freddie Freeman, the hitter now. 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
And now he has some trouble with it in center.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Adonis Garcia stands in trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch is a cutter looked at 0-1.
It's 0-1.
Hops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back to Turner Field following this. Christopher Negron is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Shortstop, Christopher Negron.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. A little low. It's 2-2. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
You can bet they'd love a ball 4 here. Now, that would let this guy have a shot to bunt him over.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Pitcher number 41, John Lackey.
The pitcher, John Lackey, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Yeah!
Right there for strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Shows bunt there, but he winds up taking strike 2.
And after walking him the first time around, he's all business here in the second at-bat.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he's bunting with 2 strikes, but can't connect, so a real wasted at-bat there.
Wow, he's going to be disappointed with that effort. And he had a few good opportunities there to bunt him over, but he just wasn't able to do the job.
Striding into the box, Dexter Fowler, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
First pitch on its way. There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball 1. Chopped foul right at home plate. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Ready on 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
And this guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
Seared down the first baseline. A step on the bag for one, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
You know, that's one that you just don't see that often. Safe at second base, but out at first. Just shows you the speed he has at first base that he was able to beat the throw into second.
Here's Jason Hayward now. And he lays off there, 1-0. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Yeah, he's got an open base here. Looks like he's going to use it.
Here it comes, 2-0. Cold strike on the change, 2-1.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. A little tapper. Throw in time, and the side is retired. We'll see Nick Markakis when we come back. It's the Cubs 4 and the Braves nothing. And here is Nick Markakis now. As we told you, he'll start things out here in the home fourth.
Nick Markakis.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Blackie gets the sign. Here's the 0-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here, but if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
At the plate, A.J. Pierzynski. He singled his last time up.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
This guy has been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he faced, and we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
And Pierzynski can't come up with that one. It's 0-2 now. Nobody out, runner on first. And he's rung up by Earl Hendricks. Strike 3 called on the corner, and there's one away.
You know, and I think most hitters will tell you, if you get a bad call on strike 1 or strike 2, you know, they can live with that. But if you're going to punch me out on strike 3, it better be a strike. If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hands.
Here's Eric Ibar now, as he'll take a look at ball 1. That evens it up, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Hayward on the run. 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Jace Peterson.
Jace Peterson in now. Hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one. Chop foul over towards the dugout. And a check swing here. Did he go around? No, says third base umpire Clyde Washington. It's ball one. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. And another foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Little dribbler back at him. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We played 4 full. The Cubs lead this one 4-0. Mike Foltynewicz is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Chris Bryant will dig in for the 3rd time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips.
Chris Bryant.
Boy, not even close with that one, and he's behind 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
Swing and a liner, but foul. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 44.
Anthony Rizzo strides in, grounded out his last time through. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
I doubt he wanted to get in quite so tight with the hard stuff there. But, hey, this is a guy with good opposite field power, so you don't want to just give him free rein to lean out over the plate.
And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
And this is all about handling a guy like this with kid gloves. You know, walk him if you have to, but don't let him be the one to beat you.
Three and 0 now. At the very least, he certainly established the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good if none of those can find the strike zone.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
4 runs, only 3 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Now at the plate, Ben Zobrist. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Ball 1. And he sends one deep down the right field line. And that'll get down for a base hit. The throw into second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Pretty fortunate he was able to keep this ball fair. This is pretty close down the line. You see it winding up, one hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with 2 bases.
In now, Kyle Schwarber. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Smith giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1, but they're in front 4-0. Gordon Beckham will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 7, Gordon Beckham.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. Tap foul at home plate. Again, he sends it out of play. Another one sent foul. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
What a difference 5 days can make. He's been a totally different pitcher out there compared to his last start. The command is much better. The pitches are much sharper. Even the body language tells me he's got things under control.
Ender Inciarte will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
In there at the knees, strike 1. On the ground to the right side. Taken in by Zobrist. Throw to first gets him, and Lackey looks to be in control here. There are 2 away. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA.
Well, Matt, the numbers don't lie. Take a look right here. First in the National League. And it's always nice to know that whoever steps on the bump for you, you're going to have a chance to win. A lot of teams are envious of that stat, and these pitchers, they deserve a lot of credit for what they've accomplished so far.
He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Throw not in time, and that'll go as a bunt single.
The first baseman, number
You know,
5.
when a guy's
Ready,
shutting you down,
Freeman.
you got to look for ways to try and get on the board. So he sees an opportunity here, and he's going to wind up beating this one out.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
And when you're still searching for your first extra base hit of the game, this will work as a nice substitute. He's into second with the old single and a stolen base routine.
Lackey comes set. Coming at him with the 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, one pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. High in the air out to center field. Fowler moves over. And the inning is over. Braves strand 1. They trail here 4-0. Arodys Vizcaíno will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
38, Arodys Vizcaíno.
Miguel Montero will stand in now. He singled and struck out in 2 trips.
Miguel Montero.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. The pitch. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Smith ranging back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Miguel Montero, a solo home run. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and the Cubs have now opened this up to a 5-0 lead.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, well, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Now batting, shortstop, Christopher
Into the box,
Negron.
Christopher Negron, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, same pitch here from the home run ball, but this one's in a much better spot down at the knees.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Standing in now, John Lackey looking to bunt here, but he can't connect, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, no surprise they had him squaring right there, and I figure he'll get 2 more shots to get it down.
The 0-1 pitch. Shows bunt there, but he winds up taking strike 2. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. And that indeed is a pitcher up there, as he's not even close at that one and becomes out number 1.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And this one gets away. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
And this happens even to the most veteran catchers around. He just sort of nonchalants this one behind the plate, and they're going to wind up scoring at a pass ball.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Freeman will get there as he's able to tuck this one away just past the first base dugout for out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Jason Hayward.
At the plate, Jason Hayward. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. In there, no balls and a strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Oh, tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him anything good with a runner at second base.
5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Lays off 2-2 now. Lifted the other way to left center. Inciarte on the run. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Cubs 5 and the Braves nothing. Leading off the inning, Adonis Garcia, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Into the seats, 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Fowler has a read on it. 1 out.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, He's barely been threatened out there.
Nick Markakis will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. That's lifted the other way out to left. Schwarber has it in his tracks, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Yeah, that's just a low fastball here on the outside corner. You see him try to drive the ball the other way, but he got under it just a little bit too much, and that becomes an easy flyout.
Stepping in now, A.J. Pierzynski. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Fowler is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. A strong inning that time out of John Lackey. And it remains a 5-0 ball game. Back here at Turner Field, getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front. And before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Number 54 is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 54.
Chris Bryant will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
That's a pitch that you got to stay on top of, or else it'll take off on you just like that one did.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Chopped weakly to the left. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
The 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Yeah, he essentially tripled up there.
That means he threw the same pitch 1, 2, 3 times in a row. You don't see that very often, but it's going to work out for him as he gets the strikeout.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he swings on the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to center. Moving under it, Smith. And that's the third out. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Eric Ibar will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting the line drive right back up the middle.
Right back at it now is Lackey as he gets ahead to start the frame. It's strike 1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors, because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Jace Peterson will dig in for a third time now. He's popped out and grounded out so far. First offering on its way. Again down to second.
0-1.
Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Lackey at an even 70 pitches now in the outing. On its tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Well, that's the absolute definition of a pitcher's pitch right here, especially in a double play situation. I mean, not only is this pitch down, I don't even think it's in the strike zone, and that's an easy double play.
Tyler Flowers will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 25, Tyler Flowers.
And Lackey jumps ahead of him here with the fastball. Strike 1.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Braves go down without a whimper here. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Eric O'Flaherty will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Eric O'Flaherty.
Digging in to try it again, Kyle Schwarber. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Kyle Schwarber.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
Just got a piece to the right side. Freeman scoops it up, and good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
And for a first baseman, if the most direct route is to just tag the guy, that's what you do. You know, there's no sense in trying to throw it to your pitcher or your second baseman covering, especially if you don't have to.
Miguel Montero will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Chopped at the plate. Foul ball, strike two. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Inciarte is over to his right, and he puts this one away for out number 2.
Now batting.
Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Christopher Negron digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one.
They've already walked him twice already, so I wouldn't be surprised if they worked around him again.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And we're going to have a quick stoppage here as a beach ball has made its way into right field. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Ender Inciarte will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
You know, doesn't it just seem like the cut fastballs are the pitches that destroy more bats than any other pitch? Here's another one right here. Running hard and in, and this bat doesn't stand a chance.
Into the box now, Smith. As he'll swing at the first pitch and send one on the ground to first. To the bag with it himself is Rizzo for the out.
The first baseman, number 5, ready.
And this has been a real gem turned in so far. 7 2/3 scoreless innings for him. And with his pitch count where it is, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be back for the ninth.
Freddie Freeman will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
and their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And there's the fastball from Lackey, 0-1. He pulls this one into right, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Third baseman, number 13.
Well, this ball's hit pretty well, but this is a nice play out there to play the carom off the wall and then get the ball in quickly, and that's going to hold his man to just a single. That's a nice play.
In now, Adonis Garcia, as he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
1 ball, 1 strike.
A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
Two out with the man at first. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. One left for Atlanta. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Jason Grilli come on now to start the ninth inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the ninth. John Lackey gets an opportunity here for a fourth plate appearance this afternoon, and, well, he's really earned it.
Well, he definitely has, Matt. I mean, he's been on point today and really held him at bay.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Comes set, and the 0-1. Swinging a liner back through the box. And this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the ninth.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. A runner at first with no outs here. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. Ibar with a great stop. To second for 1.
Oh, man, I'm going to give him a 9.5 on that play. He'd probably get a 10 if they could have turned 2 there, but I'll tell you, just getting the force at second was good enough for me.
Here's Jason Hayward now. Skied into straightaway right. Markakis has a read on it. He gets there to put it away, and tagging is the runner from first.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Comes set, now the pitch. And, I'm not sure you can get fooled worse than that. It's 0-1.
Yeah, not a real good effort there. That pitch was never going to be a strike.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
0-2, here it comes. Softly on a line to third. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Cubs 5 and the Braves nothing. Nick Markakis will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
Yeah, and whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Pitch on the way. And Lackey jumps ahead of him here with the fastball. Strike one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Grounded back up the middle. And this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
I tell you, when you're on a hot streak like this guy's been on, everything you touch turns to gold. I mean, this is not a particularly great swing. It's not hit hard at all, but sure enough, it finds a hole, and at average, it'll climb a few more points.
A.J. Pierzynski gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
And, you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around, and that's a good job to start this guy with strike one.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. 1 there. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play.
The batter, number
And
1.
that may have
shortstop,
sealed their fate right there. You get the leadoff man on here in the ninth, but then it's a big double play right here, and it's like all the energy just got sucked right out of this ballpark.
Eric Ibar will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
That hits the outside corner. It's strike one. 2 out, nobody on. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Close, but it's not over yet. That's ball 2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off. Still
2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
In the air to straightaway right. And he'll put this one away without much trouble, and the Cubs have come in here and finished off a 3-game sweep as this one is over.
Well, we've talked about it all throughout this game. He was completely in charge, essentially, from pitch 1. And now he finishes off a masterful performance here, getting the complete game shutout.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, John Lackey. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 5-0. So long from Atlanta.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For Atlanta, no runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 55 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game MARTA trains are available at the Georgia State Station by following Capitol Avenue to the north. Shuttle service to the 5 Points MARTA station continues for 1 hour after the conclusion of the ballgame.